This video is sponsored by Avagotchi. Avagotchi is a really cool mix-up of multiple blockchain features including gaming, NFTs and DeFi. Fundamentally how it works is you have to take some tokens, they're called A tokens, they're created by the Aave DeFi protocol, and you use those to mint an Avagotchi. An Avagotchi is like a Tamagotchi but on the blockchain, and it kind of lives around. You have to kind of look after it, and you can play games with it, and you can get wearables for it and do the kind of cool things that we'd expect to do with it with a kind of living blockchain NFT. But what's interesting is it always has a value because you've taken some of these A tokens to mint it in the first place, and the A tokens always gain an interest rate, so the value goes up. Of course, the value also arises from how the project is developing and the cool things you can do with it. So it's a kind of best of both worlds. It's really cool. I suggest you check it out at avagotchi.com. Thanks for the sponsorship. Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So in this video, I'm looking at CryptoSlam, the website which covers the trading of NFTs. Not really games so much as, at the moment at least, NFT collectible projects, which have some game elements to them, I suppose. As we can see here, there are some games, but some of these are just kind of collectibles, Garbage Pail Kids, CryptoPunks are just things you collect. You don't do anything with them. So what's interesting here is we're looking at the 24-hour sales volume. We can see here that NBA Top Shot, which is kind of breaking records at the moment, did over $5 million of sales. This is people who own these NFTs. They're called moments, video moments. This is trading between the players, the players of the game, or the owners of in this case the owners of the NFTs. You can see there's almost 7,000 people buying these, and that's what they're generating. Actually, see this is down on 24 hours. So it's actually down 18%. Had a really big weekend, and we can see the most expensive NFT sale in the last 24 hours was a LeBron James video number. It's actually serial number 23, which is his shirt number, so that's why that's so expensive, and that's sold for $78,000. So we can see NBA Top Shot doing really well. CryptoPunk's still going, the original NFT project. Only 16 people there, but almost $200,000. But what's interesting, I think, and one thing to look at here is the velocity of which blockchain projects can take off. So I've been collecting NBA Top Shot characters since October, and nothing happened, really. Nothing happened in 2020. So the project was there, people were kind of collecting, there was not much activity on the pricing. In fact, the pricing was down, as I've done videos about. But if we change the time period here, we can kind of see how quickly these things can explode. And I guess that's something more generally in the blockchain game space we've always thought, or I've always thought, is if you build the right, if the right conditions are in place, why would people not want to own their digital items? And if you give them the ability to also trade those items, then very quickly marketplaces will determine what the price of those items are. So the fact that people can argue this is silly, why would anyone pay $1,000 for some pixel art or something? That's not the question. The fact is someone is paying that, and if that is repeated enough times, then value is created. You know, you could argue more fundamentally why is gold valuable? I'm not going to go into all the economics of that. But certainly, why is a Picasso valuable? Well, it's just because there is some art around it. Why is wine valuable? Okay, not going to go down that rabbit hole, but we can see here. So 24 hours, we've got $5 million. So what's happened in the last week? $22 million in the last week. So we can see that's phenomenal. $22 million in the last week. So do the maths. That's an average of over $3 million a day. So we can see in the last 24 hours we're at $5 million. So we're up on the average. But we can see here this change compared to the last week, up 500%. So this has grown very, very quickly in the last week. And if we look at what's happened in the last month, so in the last month there's been $28 million worth. So in the last month we can see that on the average that's less than $1 million a day, but we just saw on the 7 days there was more than $3 million average, and we saw in the last 24 hours there's $5 million average. So we can see the velocity of which this thing is taking off. So basically, in the last 7 days we've got 22. In the last month we've got 28. So only $6 million of those sales happened in the 3 weeks of this in January, apart from the last week. Sorry, I didn't explain it very well. So basically, the velocity has happened all in the last week, really. And if we look at all time, we can see here. So the NBA Top Shot is now over $30 million of trading value. Which also makes it the biggest blockchain NFT project ever in terms of value. So it's overtaken CryptoKitties, Ironically, not ironically, not coincidentally, both these are from the same company. So this is Dapper Labs, who did CryptoKitties, and now they're doing NBA Top Shop, and so they have the top two. Obviously, there's not much going on with CryptoKitties at the moment, so this is a pretty static number. Although CryptoKitties is coming to the Flow blockchain. This little F means Flow. So Dapper Labs have developed their own blockchain. The first project on it was NBA Top Shot, and CryptoKitties is gonna move from Ethereum, or you'd be able to move your CryptoKitties from Ethereum into Flow. So that'd be interesting to see whether that resurrects kind of CryptoKitties. So why is Flow important? Flow is a much faster blockchain than Ethereum. It has effectively no gas fees. It's very early. It's not as secure as Ethereum. It's not really deployed fully decentralized yet. So, but the thing is, you can just sign up very quickly with email and password. Wallet's created for you. So it provides the simplicity. It provides the kind of the main technicalities of a blockchain without all the kind of hassle that goes with something like Ethereum. And when you have a product like this, which is obviously mass market NBA, everyone knows. Not everyone in America knows the NBA. Lots of people around the world know the NBA. There is demand. It's easy to get into. You understand what the product is. You can buy a video of LeBron James doing some sort of basketball move, and people are all over the internet saying how much money they're making from it. So there's a good technical basis for it to work easily. There's mass market demand. There's virality, and this is kind of what we wanted to see. This is always what anyone in the blockchain game space wanted to see. You wanted to see this kind of test case of how was this thing going to take off. Granted, this is not a game, although there is a game being made using these NFTs. Quite if it will be delayed now because this has been so successful, I don't know. I imagine it probably will be. Because what we can see here is there's not many people owning these. So there's less than 19,000 people actually own these NBA Top Shot NFTs. Clearly this is a dysfunction compared to the NBA. So this could easily increase by 10 in the next few months. It could increase by 100. Clearly, even a million people involved in this project wouldn't really surprise you, globally at least. I don't think it's available. I don't think it's available in China yet. Certainly not localized in China. So the biggest issue for this taking off and sales going up from like 5 million a day to 10 million a day to 20 million a day, it's basically the server infrastructure. So at the moment they're really struggling to keep the servers up. And that's kind of the main issue, I think. Not really done any marketing, formal marketing on this. So this is kind of this is the niche fan base. But I think it's interesting. Obviously, it's symbolic that NBA Top Shot has overtaken CryptoKitties. But the wider thing is why this is important. Is this validates the kind of blockchain game thesis, or the blockchain thesis more widely, that people just want to own their things. And when you provide them the ability to trade, which basically means buy and sell, you find very quickly that they value with their real money these things much more than people would predict. And I guess for me, that is validation of the entire blockchain kind of game concept that we've been working at for I've only been in it for 3 years. People have been working at it much more than me. So I think that's good. Obviously, there are some kind of things around this. Excuse me. There is virality. There is a good blockchain that allows people to onboard simply. And there is a kind of mass market product. So we have seen in the past, there's this baseball NFT game. Similarly big mass market appeal. Was running on the Ethereum blockchain. Was quite a complex sort of game. Didn't really take off at all. It's done less than $1 million. I don't know what they're going to do with that. If I was them, I'd be frantically trying to get it onto Flow, but doing something with it because they got this license. Even here, there's an F1 game, again running on Ethereum blockchain. It's done better. It's done over $1 million, but not many people. Less than 1,000 people here involved in this product, and it's not really the game you would necessarily expect when you're playing a F1 game, and it's just a bit clunky, a bit too blockchainy, I guess at the moment. Obviously that can change, but yeah, congratulations to Dapper Labs. I've always been slightly skeptical about the Flow blockchain, but they've been proven totally correct on that one. And obviously they're going to be riding this for 2021. Going to be a very, very valuable product, and really going to be a poster child for what blockchain can do in consumer products. So well done to them. And thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, where we address what's going on. And I think 2021 is already proving to be a pretty astonishing year. we thought the growth would come at some point, and it looks like it's coming now. So anyway, I hope you subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing my best to kind of track down what's going on, and hopefully you'll find that kind of stuff useful. Thanks for watching the video. See you again soon.